bar. So it makes it very difficult for Infamy to create a horizontal defense. They have to have something that is vertical to stop that Fuse from just being given this top floor advantage.
Exactly. Area of denial, that is 100% what Fuse does. And you know what? Hey, you throw your Fuse charges in, you get a kill. Well, you know, that's really good. If you can get one, well, that's no problem because you already pushed them back. Julio, though, doesn't even need his charge, runs in with the AK-12 and gets the headshot on easily now, cleaning up the smoke, and now is going to go in with the cluster bomb. Just going to try and set himself up. Oh, Vandal running away!
He goes down. Kamikaze's there to clean it up. Wonderful job. Coordination at its best. Again, Julio forcing that bandit out of position, and that's going to be Kamikaze to sweep it on up. Neptunes goes on out, does not get detected, but he does dodge the Fuse charges. I don't know if any drone just saw him or not. He is going to stay inside of the stock room. We are going to have, I believe that's Wag outside. There's the last one. Neptunes will go down right into the line of sight of Wag. Black Dragons looking like they want to take round number 7 with a smile.
Yeah, this works very well for PZD because now on the Twitch room, he can just run around and ease the way for BD even more because all the other defenders are just worrying so much about this attack. Kamikaze coming in, and finally we see the Blackbeard actually doing work in the tournament here. Vertical will get taken down. Last man alive is Beastly here. And you know what? As much as I like the name, I don't think it's going to be enough.
They're going to duck back and forth here, though. Beastly does snag onto one, a 1-on-5, still plenty of room to go. Psycho looked like he might have gotten the shot, but I think PZD took it away. That's Black Dragons going up 4-3. They're on match point.
Map point, and here we are. This is getting, this can definitely go into overtime, but I think Infamy had a really good start of the map, and then as soon as BD started stopping them dead in their tracks, with the Fuse especially, that's when they started to get a bit shaky.
It is possible, but I do know that Black Dragons, their last time holding this site, did not go so well. There was a nice quick plant, if you will, inside of the bar, inside of the pool table. And so, unless Black Dragons is able to remaneuver themselves and cover more of their angles, cover more of the site, we could see an Infamy tie-up here.
Yeah, I think the biggest part of this kind of defense is to reinforce that pool table wall and at least dedicate one player with a support behind him. Now, it would be great to have a Mira to play around in this kind of situation because it gives you a bit more line of sight, though you're relying on the Echo. And Echo is a super technical operator. He doesn't play well alone or with one or two teammates. He needs an entire team to work together, and that's where Echo can shine. Either coordinated pushes to take down, isolate one or two players, and then take him out, or obviously denying the plant and just giving as much time as possible for the defense.
I was going to say, if Black Dragons is going to hold inside of the strip club, they're going to need 2 members, and it looks like that will be Wag and Kamikaze. Last time Wag was forcefully removed from that strip club a little bit earlier than I was expecting to. He didn't put up much of a fight, just came back onto the site, and that allowed a nice easy takeover of strip.
Yeah, one thing though is that if I were Kamikaze, I wouldn't try to peek these doors all the time. I would just stay a bit to the side and use the couches as protection for myself because this, obviously, these being taken down to basically no HP, the walls that is, means that your opponents are going to know, okay, there's definitely going to be somebody there. It's going to keep them on their toes, but it's not really the biggest of deals because they can just have somebody watching their backs whilst they do the main job, which is opening up the wall to head right into the strip club.
So what I think we might be seeing here is once they start putting a lot of pressure on the main strip club, we are going to have someone vault over through that door. That's why Kamikaze keeps on looking over it. Vandal has his laser sight right down onto it. A 5-5 still to go. Kamikaze's getting a little antsy, though. He might peek it out at the wrong time.
No, he's just going to fall back. This is very, very smart. Vandal has droned in, and he knows that there's a player to expect in there. So Kamikaze just understandably pulls back and just rendezvous back with his teammates because he knows that his position is very open. Wag gets one, but easily in vertical will be able to frag and get Wag and Kamikaze as well. The smoke and the bandit both down, the price of the Blackbeard.
I'm not sure if that's going to weigh in favor of Black Dragons or Infamy. I mean, taking out the Blackbeard, very good thing to do, but you got rid of your... Not even evening out man count. It's 4-on-2 at the moment. Vertical is going to have that top floor control, peeking on down towards pool table and the main stairs. It's all to Julio and PZD.
And this is where basically your Echo turns into useless. However, they still can deny this as much as possible, get that Ela in a better position. They wait up to deny this here on Neptunes, just giving enough time for PZD to run in. Vertical behind the bar, now jumps in, but the flashbang comes perfectly right in front of PZD and has to fall back for a sec. Julia gets one, headshot right onto Vertical, turns it into a 2 versus 3, but the diffuser has been planted.
Has been gone down, and PZD is going to be right under the brick half wall. Julio does have the Yokai inside of Strip Club. He's going to call out 2 players inside of there, but they've got 3 to kill. Vandal easily and Neptunes. Looks as though PZD is going to lead that way as Julio gets off the drone, moves up a little bit closer. Shots going in. 1's outside the window, 2's inside of Strip Club. PZD's on the hunt as Julio grabs a little bit more of the distraction, moving up over towards the windowsill. And Julio now hopping up on top of the table. Vandal grabs that shot of the PZD. It's all up to Julio. Can he grab it? I'm not quite sure he can. Not enough time. And we are going to see Infamy here secure round 8. This is going to be the first overtime map of today.
I believe it's the second overtime. Second overtime.
From who?
Ents we saw before.
Ents we saw 5-3, 5-3, and I believe 5-3.
Was it?
I believe so. We'll have to get back to that. But it is going to be an overtime nonetheless, and Black Dragons have drawn the straw to get them onto the attack side to begin, and Infamy will be on defense for overtime number 1.
You are right, Bettis, actually. There was no overtime. I confused with what Intero was saying.
With what you wanted to have happen.
Yeah, actually, yes, because it was so good. We were like, you know what, give us more of it. But BD are now on the defense. Obviously, if you've never seen overtime, because this is the first time that we've had it here in the tournament, at least in the finals this time, it's basically tiny best of 3. 3 rounds, and basically the team that wins 2 out of the 3 gets control of the map and puts that 1 point on the board for them. So it's extremely important to get your... I believe for me, if I'm Infamy, I want to win the attacking round on this side, because this gives them such a big advantage coming into the next time because of how quote-unquote easy it is to hold the defense on Church.
Now, I misspoke earlier. Black Dragons is going to be on defense, not attack. And what I think we've talked about it numerous times during the Pro League regular season is, yes, I think Infamy does. Obviously, they want to win their attack, but even if they don't, they're going to go down to the favored bomb site. They're going to go down here. They will likely win it if it gets to round 2 of overtime. That will force Black Dragons to have to go upstairs to the bar and stock room, the less favorable bomb site. So it's anticipated that both defenses are going to win downstairs, and it's anticipated that the attack is going to win upstairs.
That is a very good point, actually. Well, we'll see. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I know this is getting very, very close. The crowd as well is on their feet because, you know what, they want BD to take this in a sweep, and so far Infamy is punching above their weights, but they are punching hard. Vandal is moving in with the Capitao. Already the floorboard has been bucked by Neptunes, and he's going to try to get himself even in a better position, buck the floor in the kitchen. Usual checklist stuff as Vertical just starting to move into the actual kitchen area.
Yeah, Vertical's been on this window each and every time, trying to open up that kitchen drop hatch. Not a big surprise. Being outside with the Hibana to go inside the window, that's the safer bet, usually. We have seen a couple players, couple teams try to peek on outside from the floor below. But this is not one of those aggressive teams we've been seeing.
Yeah, and it's the same defense setup basically from Black Dragons, though I haven't seen their Ela mines being too great when it comes to denying those quick jumps. It has been a lot about, we're anticipating the players we know they're going to be coming from, so we just pop there and try to go for a kill. There's none of those Ela mines that are set up in spots where they can definitely shut down opponents that are trying to push through hatches or even a blue room.
Now, what Neptunes is doing right now is he's trying to gain more control of the kitchen floor to make sure that there's no more impact grenades that are going to stop the Hibana charge from going off, because I think Vertical might have already used one, and it looks as though that did destroy it.
There's still one mine left on PZD. Now Vandal has a perfect spot. However, with the Capitao, it's all about timing. He's, again, like the Echo basically for the attackers. He has to have timing and good control around the map with his teammates. Then his crossbow bolts will actually be extremely effective, not just with the fire bolts, but also with the smoke bolts, so that will completely blind his opponents as his teammates trying to push in. Time, though, is ticking out, and easily we'll grab the first one. Julio Kamikaze quickly with 2, and they go with 2 as well here for Infamy. Neptune's going to get dropped, leaving the Capitao on his own. Julio and PZD alive and ready.
Now the thing is, Vandal does have the diffuser. He can start getting the plant down because the other two are inside a church. So we do have Julio and PZD both inside a church. They're going to move on over. Will Vandal get a kill? Oh, Julio sees it, goes for some fire. He will miss this target. PZD swings on around, and Black Dragons will win the defense here on the first round of overtime. They go up 5-4. They are now 1 win away from taking map number 1. Home.
Now, I'm very worried about the attack from being extremely effective when it comes to pushing stock.
Correct.
But that church area is not easy at all to go through.
I mean, if we take a look at the very first set of rounds here, we had Infamy started out on defense. They successfully held their defense, went up 1-0. We then had Black Dragons secure their defense down in the basement. They went up they tied 1-1. They then had to attack on that top floor, went up 2-1. So what we talked about earlier, I think is going to come true here. I believe Infamy will walk out of this with a 5-5. We'll then have to see Black Dragons adjust their defense on this main floor.
But this is the attack composition that BD will try to break this sort of defense
Correct.
with. This is the Ying that's going to be used up. So finally we get to see the Candelas that'll be thrown in through those hatches, not just having them, just open and try to get a kill through them, but now we're going to see the Candelas to